Well, let's talk now a little bit about personalization and differentiation and how can we do it, considering now that we learn everything about working for the edges. So imagine that you own a restaurant and you want to please everyone that lives near your restaurant. How are you going to please everyone? You have to consider things like if they like meat, if they like fish, if they like raw fish, or if they are vegetarians, or maybe they are vegans, or maybe they have some allergies or intolerances. So, how can you accommodate the needs of every person that might live in your neighborhood? Give it 2 seconds of thought on this, on how you would solve this. Well, there are solutions. I'm sure we all know these restaurants that have a huge buffet where you can choose the food that pleases you most. So, if you are a person with some intolerances or with some allergies, you can always try to avoid, especially if the restaurant is careful enough to accommodate everybody's needs. So, it's basically one buffet to please them all. Now, how is this related to working for the edges? And what does it have to do with the universal design for learning? Well, UDL is based on three main pillars. The first pillar is the why. Why are we teaching some concepts or topics or delivering some subjects to our students? Why should they be interested? Why is it important for them? The second step is how you present the lesson that they have to learn, how you show information, which different ways are you going to use to present the information to them, adapting to their needs. And finally, how you are giving them freedom to approach the task that you assign to them and how you accept them to demonstrate their learning in diverse ways. These are the three main pillars of the universal design for learning. And each of these pillars is connected to a different part of our brain. So the why of learning has to do with our affective networks. We all know that if we are not interested in something, we will not learn. That's why there are so many marketing and publicity companies thinking on how they can make you interested in something they have to offer to you. The other part is the recognition network, is where we gather all the facts that we are exposed to. It's the place where we categorize what we see, hear, and read. And it's how we identify the information that is presented to us, that is stored in our brain in diverse ways. And the how is connected to our strategic network. This has to do with the way we organize information in our brain and how we express our ideas. Like, for instance, writing a paper or solving a problem or other tasks that we might have in our hands. So, this is how our brain is connected to each pillar of the universal design for learning. So let's go a little bit more in depth in each of these pillars. Because, one might think, okay, so but how in concrete do I do this? So when you are approaching a new topic, a new concept, you need to engage your students, you need to make them interested about what you're presenting to them. The way to do that is to provide them different choices for them to be engaged with the subject, like for instance showing a video or a music or a book, or providing all the possibilities. Remember, it's the buffet of possibilities. Also, make sure you bring them from their comfort zone, from something that they knew before, that they can relate to the new concept that you are bringing to them. Provide and connect real life examples to the topic that you are addressing in this particular lesson. Invite them to set their own personal goals while learning that particular topic. And also always enable teamwork so that people can help each other and exchange ideas and learn faster if they are working together. And also support community projects. Whenever the students can go to their community and learn with them or share their view with the community, they will have a deeper learning. It's more meaningful for them. And the third one is to provide to your students the freedom to embrace each task according to their power and their preferences and present it to you in multiple ways. You have to use the motto, everyone can create, learn, share, and succeed. So you should provide plenty of room to your students to use their own creativity, their personal preferences, and materialize the results of their own learning journey. This can be a very powerful thing. So, for instance, you have to allow them to present what they have learned in a drawing, or writing, or acting, or playing, etc. There are multiple ways how you can embrace this challenge. Finish this illustration of the UDL, I present here a video that shows you how everyone can create, learn, share, and succeed, and how this inclusive methodology is so powerful. So I will present you a video of a boy helping his blind mother go through an art museum. I hope you enjoy it.